You know, the truth is, when we slow down, we actually speed up in life. Hey there, my friend. I'm Super Sid, the business shaman, and I help coaches create consistent 10K paydays. Did you know that shamanism has been around for over 10,000 years? Yep. Well, there's even been paintings out in caves, right, of where people have said the history of the shaman, and ultimately shaman religion still lives. But what is a shaman? And specifically, how can you use shamanism and the shaman religion to help you in your business? In this video, I'm going to talk about how the shaman religion helped me in my business, and we're going to go over 3 specific things that shamans do every single day, and we're going to walk a map and a journey that shamans walk and relate it back to how we use their wisdom in our business to grow it to the moon. To be honest, it all started just a few years ago. And I'll never forget that day. I was actually found by my wife and a flashlight. My wife found me about 9 p.m. out in the woods. And there was her and a flashlight. It's kind of all I remember. And what had happened was I was allowing, if you remember, a few years from this video being released, the world went nuts. And before the world went nuts, I was running a successful business. I had a pretty awesome life, I thought, but I had one missing thing. I was running around like crazy, not very organized in anything that I was doing, and ultimately, I was one step away from losing it. I felt on edge. I felt like any day, if one little thing fell, everything was going to fall with it. And when the pandemic hit, right, and everything started to shut down, I started to try to grab hold tighter, only to realize that the tighter that I grabbed, the less control and the less happy that I actually was. That led me going out on a walk by myself not too long after. I was sad, I was mad, I was depressed, but ultimately, I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. I just knew I was mad and I was upset, and I just wanted to gain control of everything that had been going so well the few years before. When I got down to the water though, things didn't go too well. Like I said, I woke up to a flashlight of a police officer and my wife bawling her eyes out. I was drugged out of the woods into an ambulance, taken to the hospital, I hate hospitals, only to be told that it was my business or my wife. That night, we had a few cops come by the house for a wellness check, and that was when I knew it was real. I felt like I was losing it. I felt like I was just inches away from losing everything that I had built. My wife and I sat down that night and we chatted. She told me that I need to make a decision. It's her or the business. Well, of course I chose her, but what were the steps moving forward? Well, my wife was a healer and someone who had helped people in regards to healing and feeling better. So she recommended that I go out to Arizona and I work with a holistic life coach and some Native Americans out there on my healing. I had been sent to the doctors and given medicine my entire life. This was an entirely new way of doing things. So I went out to Arizona. I went to Native American lands. I met some coaches and some healers out there. And the one big thing that I remember is that I came back from that trip and not once again had another panic attack. Not once again had another episode that I had in those woods. And I still have not had one to this day. And what I want to go over with you all in this video is the 3 things that I learned on that trip, specifically, that has helped me be able to do that. And beyond helping me in my life, also helped me slow down and speed up success in my business. In shamanism, there's 3 worlds. So every time you go and you read about the shamanism religion, you're always going to understand that they live and they have a journey every single day, and they see the world in 3 different worlds. These 3 worlds are known as the lower, the middle, and the upper world. So let's go over the first one, the lower world. The lower world to the shamans is known as a world, right, where we build the foundation. This is known as the world where we walk every day on our journey. And understanding as a shaman is that we have to have a solid foundation on the floor that we walk on every single day. Without this foundation, we're going to fall through, and we're ultimately never going to be able to have steady ground. Ultimately in our life and in our business, this came back to belief, right? And with belief, planning, goal setting, and building out something that we believe we can reach. Ultimately, right, before I went to Arizona, I didn't believe in much. My self-confidence was down the drain. And ultimately, I didn't believe I could do anything. So it didn't matter what I did afterwards, or it didn't matter the day-to-day activities I was doing. That belief and that plan was never there. So I was really never able to get out of the gate that much. And it ultimately held me back. And I'm sure it holds a lot of other people back as well. The second world of the shaman is known as the middle world. And the middle world is reality. This is the world that we walk, talk, and see and hear every single day. Ultimately, this world, what I found out in Arizona, was the everyday activities that I was taking, the action that I was deciding that I was going to do every single day. So what I did was I'd go back and I'd look at the activities that I was doing every single day, and I started aligning them with my goal. Now that I knew and had belief in myself, I now had to start going out there and creating the actions that went along with that belief. Once I was able to parallel, right, my belief with my actions, or my actions with my belief, however you want to look at it, ultimately with these parallel, I was able to accelerate. So first we had to make sure that we had a belief. And with that belief, we had to have a plan that we believed that we could reach. We had to have measurables in that plan, right? The second thing in the middle world, this was our reality. We needed to make sure that after we had that plan and after we had that belief, that we then went out there and took action and did activities every single day that walked us toward getting to the goal that we wanted to reach. And then the last world of the shamans is what's known as the upper world. The upper world is the dream world. This is the world of future reality. This is the world that we can create impact in, which is exactly what comes back to how we treat the upper world in our lives and in our business. This is the impact piece. This is what allows us to go out and create new realities that are currently in the world. By having belief and doing the day-to-day activities consistently, we're then going to be able to go out and create not only a new reality for ourselves, we're going to be able to create a new reality for the people that we help, and those realities are going to then form into the impact that we are going to be able to do. Belief, action, and impact. Using the healing shaman wisdom of the past, we're able to then take their three worlds, we're able to relate them back to our lives and in our coaching and our healing businesses with me and my wife. And we're able to go out there every single day, and we're able to step into what we call our freedom path and walk on the journey of freedom that we want and the lives that we want every single day. If you're a coach who's looking to go out there and create more impact, and ultimately you want to figure out how you can use the shamanic wisdom of the past to be able to slow down so you can speed up and be able to do that, I'd love to show you how. We have a free course down here below called the 10 Steps to Creating a 10K Payday. That course is geared towards showing coaches how to create consistent 10K paydays in their business each and every month. Make sure to go down there in the description and grab your free course. And don't forget, we all win when we all win. Let's go out there and make a choice to win today. We'll see you in the next video.